The armor you choose to wear is critical to your surviving the many threats you will encounter across Valheim's many biomes. And yet, myself and many others like yourselves fail to take full advantage of your armor by failing to think outside the box. In this video, I will cover the basics of armor in Valheim, a guide to every armor set and their components by biome, and if you stick around to the end, I will show you how to easily get the most out of your armor by overcoming your own tunnel vision just like I have. First, let's cover the basics. There are 11 armor sets to acquire in the current build of Valheim, with 2 sets becoming obtainable with each subsequent biome. The only exception being the Plains, which only offers a single armor set. Armor sets are generally composed of 3 armor slots, a helmet, chestplate, and leggings, with a 4th slot for one of the 6 capes the game has to offer. Each of the armor pieces can be crafted at one of the various workstations in Valheim and upgrade to higher quality levels from 1 to 4. With each quality level increase you apply to a helmet, chestplate, or pants, the armor provided by that piece is increased by 2. Capes, on the other hand, increase by only a single armor per quality level upgrade. However, 3 exceptions to this rule exist. The rag armor, which can only be upgraded once to a quality of 2, and the 2 Mistlands armor sets, which are capped at a quality of 3, as we will cover in depth in the Mistlands section of this video. Valheim generally has 2 types of armor, light and heavy. Heavy has increased armor providing better damage resistance, while light armor has a reduced movement speed penalty providing enhanced mobility. When considering which armor to use in combat, there are 4 major considerations. 1. How much armor it provides. 2. How much movement speed does it provide or take away. 3. What resistances does it provide or attributes does it enhance? And finally, are there any special set effects this armor set provides? I'll expand on set effects in the Black Forest, Swamp, and Mountain sections of this video. With the basics covered, let us dive into the armor considerations for Valheim's first biome, the Meadows. The starting armor set is the rag armor, composed of the rag tunic and rag pants, which can be crafted with leather scraps. The rag armor provides minimal protection and should quickly be replaced by the leather armor set. This armor is crafted at a workbench with deer hide and bone fragments found at Viking graves or from skeletons in the Black Forest. You can complement your outfit by pairing the leather armor with the deer hide cape for some additional armor. I will leave a graphic here on screen for the crafting station requirements, crafting recipe, and upgrade costs for each of the armor pieces mentioned, and we'll do the same for each biome section going forward. Feel free to pause the video here to digest this information. The Black Forest introduces the first heavy armor set to the game with the bronze armor. To craft the bronze armor, you'll need to gather copper, tin, and smelt them together for bronze to craft the set at a forge. The bronze set provides a major upgrade to your damage resistance, providing 8 armor per piece at its lowest quality level compared to a measly 2 from the leather set. However, heavy armor does come at a cost, with both the plate cuirass and plate leggings giving you minus 5% movement speed. If you prefer mobility and are feeling courageous, you can take on the mighty trolls for their hide. With troll hide, you can craft the light armor troll set consisting of the troll leather helmet, tunic, pants, and hide cape. The troll armor is the first of 3 sets in Valheim to provide a unique set bonus while wearing every piece. While wearing all 4, you are granted plus 15 to your sneak skill, allowing you to maximize damage to targets you have snuck up upon. As I am sneaking up on this troll, you might consider taking this as an opportunity to hit the like button and subscribe for easy access to future Valheim videos. And with that, let us take a look at the swamp armor. While dredging through the swamp's sunken crypts, you will gather scrap iron from muddy scrap piles. Smelting the scrap into iron will enable you to craft the iron armor at the forge, which will be an obvious upgrade over the bronze armor from the Black Forest. However, the real armor to be siphoned from the swamps is through defeating the almighty abominations. Defeated abominations will drop root, enabling you to craft the root armor at the workbench. The root armor provides a series of benefits you cannot miss. First, poison resistance from the root mask, preventing poison from blobs, oozes, and leeches. Second, resistance to pierce damage from the root harness, making it one of the most sought after armor pieces in the entire game. I will cover the harness in detail as I reveal how to maximize your use of armor later in the video. And lastly, a set bonus provided by wearing all 3 pieces of the root armor. With every piece equipped, you receive plus 15 to your bow's skill, allowing you to maximize damage with bows. Unfortunately, despite its many benefits, you must also be aware that the root armor is weak to fire and will also hit you with a total of minus 4% movement speed, despite it being a light armor set. If you liked what you hear about the root armor, you will really appreciate the armor coming in the mountains biome. With the discovery of silver and wolf pelts in the mountains, you uncover the recipes for the wolf armor set at the forge. While the wolf armor is the natural heavy armor successor to the iron armor from the swamp, it also provides frost resistance, allowing you to traverse the chilling mountains without frost meads. The wolf armor also comes with the corresponding wolf fur cape. It becomes craftable at a workbench after the acquisition of silver and the wolf pelt and trophy from wolves. Like the armor, the cape provides frost resistance. As was with the swamp biome, the mountains add a light armor alternative in the Fenris armor. To craft the Fenris armor, you will need to find and venture into the mountain's frost caves. Within these caves, you will have to overcome bats, ghouls, cultists, and rarely stone golems to acquire Fenris hair. Combining Fenris hair, leather scraps, and wolf pelts, you will be able to craft the armor set at the workbench. The Fenris is the only armor set in the game that provides a movement speed boost, with each of the hood, coat, and leggings providing plus 3% movement speed. Furthermore, the coat provides frost resistance and a set bonus while wearing all 3 armor pieces, giving resistance to fire damage and plus 15 to the fist's skill. Pair the Fenris set bonus with the Flesh Ripper's melee weapon for major damage. The plains, unlike all other biomes, only introduces a single armor set in the padded armor. The padded armor takes heavy armor to the next level by combining linen thread refined from flax and more iron at a forge. If you haven't heard this before, let me tell you now, you need a ton of iron in Valheim. If you think you have a lot, trust me, go get some more. Before moving into the Mistlands biome, I should also mention that while the plains introduces only a single armor set, it does however provide 2 additional recipes for capes. The Lox cape, comprised of Lox pelt and silver, and the linen cape comprised of linen thread and silver. At this stage, it's worth noting that no cape provides more armor than any other. For the most part, capes are chosen for aesthetic purposes only. That said, you should know the linen cape does not provide frost resistance, unlike the wolf, Lox, and Mistlands cape. And speaking of the Mistlands cape, it will change the way you play Valheim forever. And lucky for you, it's time for us to dive into the armor covered by that biome. The Mistlands introduces 2 new armor sets. First, the Carapace armor, the strongest heavy armor in the game, and second, the Iter Weave robe, a uniquely powerful gear set with the introduction of Iter in the Mistlands. To craft each set, you will need to have first conquered several infested mines and gathered a collection of black cores. From there, you can build the Black Forge and Galder table. At the Black Forge, you will be able to combine Carapace, Scale Hide, Refined Iter, and you guessed it, more iron to craft the Carapace armor. As we await the Ashlands release, both the Carapace armor and Iter Weave robe are capped at a quality level of 3, with the crafting station upgrades for quality level 4 expected in that update. Secondly, the Iter robe set can then be crafted at the Galder table by combining linen thread, refined Iter, feathers, scale, and wait for it, yes, you guessed it, more iron. The Iter Weave provides little armor, but more than makes up for it with an excellent effect. Each piece will increase your Iter regeneration rate, and with the full armor set equipped, doubling its regeneration. This will enable you to cast spells at a blistering pace, making it one of the most rewarding sets in Valheim. Lastly, before I reveal how to maximize the armor we have covered, I would be remiss in failing to mention one of the best gear pieces in the entire game in the Feather Cape. Equipping the Feather Cape grants you the Feather Fall status effect, which limits your fall speed to 5 meters per second. With this item, you will be immune to fall damage in addition to permitting you to fly great lengths when jumping from heights. For anyone who spent any time in the Mistlands or played Valheim for any length of time, this item is a game changer. The Feather Cape's elevation of your quality of life cannot be missed. And without further ado, let's look at how to maximize your armor in ways you may have overlooked. As we walk through the different biomes, we have made the mistake of discussing the armor sets in isolation. To exploit the full potential of the available armor, we need to look at them holistically. The secret to maximizing your armor is to mix and match different armor piece combinations. To demonstrate, here are my top 3 armor combinations for you to try. Number 1. For maximum damage resistance, combine the Carapace helmet and leggings to maximize armor, but add the Root Harness chest piece for that sweet pierce damage resistance. Many enemies in Valheim do pierce damage like Seekers, Ticks, or anything with a bow and arrow. Trust me, this combination cannot be beat. Number 2. For maximum mobility, simply go with the full Fenris gear. I know, I cheated on this one. But what can I say? You cannot beat the nearly 10% increased movement speed the Fenris armor set provides. And finally, Number 3. If you are interested in a balance, try combining the Carapace helmet, root harness, and Fenris leggings for a good combination of damage resistance and speed. And of course, always include the feather cape with each of these combinations. And that's it. Thanks for watching. Check out my full guides on the root and Fenris armor next on screen. Enjoy.